Well, welcome back. We are on the home stretch, bringing this presentation and these sessions to an end. And I hope that you've been able so far to see some things and understand some things that will make your life better and can position you to be that overcomer, that victory person that we talked about in the earlier session. So today, or this evening, we're in this session, we're just going to focus in on things that I feel will help you be successful in life. These are some things that I use to help me get through some situations. And then after we go through this information, we're going to give you some examples of some individuals that reflect these elements. So there are five elements that I believe will help you be a victor and not a victim. First things first is let's find your passion. Hope you have your journal so you can write these down. Passion. Passion is needed, which means be excited about something, be enthusiastic about something. What is something that you really enjoy doing? What is something that kind of gives you peace and challenges your brain or challenges your athletic ability or challenges, um, give you an opportunity to be successful in something? So, passion is the first thing. The second thing is now that you know what your passion is, how are you making preparations to do that passion? Are you making plans? Are you making yourself ready? Are you making arrangements? Do you have what are the steps that you need to execute that passion? If you love to draw, are you looking at sketching books? Are you looking at people who can draw? Are there any programs in your school, any art classes that you can take to help you get better in that area? If you're an athlete, are there sports teams or things in your community that you can be a part of to hone that skill? If you're an academic, okay, are there some books or if there's some lessons that you say, hey, I really like music, I really like art, I really like math, I really like science. Is there something that you can do to help prepare you in that area? So passion, being excited, be enthusiastic about something, preparation, what plans do you have? What steps can you take? All right, to help you master that passion. The next thing I'm going to talk about is patience. Patience. A lot of times we lack the patience and we try to get quick money or fast money. But quick money and fast money is not long money. It's not going to last you long term. Quick money, it can definitely get you in prison. Quick money can get you shot. Short money can get you into situations where you're looking over your shoulder. So sometimes you have to accept where you are. You have to maintain where you are to go where you want to go. I had, my life situations. There were times where I had to take jobs that I felt like, what, I'm above this job. But you know what? Having a job or having something that you're working towards is a lot better than not having anything. So sometimes you have to be patient. Don't go for the shortcut. Go for that which is going to be a long situation, but uh, but it will be something that's long lasting. So let's review. We want to have passion. We want to figure out ways to prepare. Maybe there's after school program in that area. Maybe there's a free clinic in that area. You want to be patient. Everything doesn't happen immediately. I know we're used to that 60-second microwave, food coming already pre-packed. We don't got to cook. We don't have to prep. But sometimes in life, you need to be patient and allow things to come to you, but put the work in. Okay. Next thing we have to do is we have to be present. In order to have a future, we have to know where we are right now. We need to be current, we need to be attentive, and we need to be looking for other opportunities to take us from our present to our future. So be present in today. Now, don't get too wrapped up in what someone else has. Don't get too wrapped up in trying to be like someone else. You are who you are, and based on who you are, doors will be open if you are passionate about something, if you make preparations, and if you're patient, and if you're current. Okay, where is everything going? Am I looking at an occupation or a job that's going to be here? Be current in what you decide to do. And then finally, the last P is you have to be peaceful. It's very easy to get violent. It's very easy to let your anger take control. You have to make a decision not to be violent. You have to make the decision and come up with a strategy on what things make me angry and what things help me calm down. So that when you do have those moments when anger shows up, how do you calm yourself down and walk in peace? Because there are a lot of people out there that'll test you. There are a lot of people out there that don't want you to do well, and they're going to bait you. They're going to push you. They're going to see how far they can push you. And again, I'm not saying that in situations that present themselves that you can't defend yourself. Not saying that at all. But what I'm also saying is make sure that you're not making things that are small so that small things make you so angry that you lose control and you put yourself in a situation. I told you guys about my situation with my father. When I finally met him in high school and got a chance to talk to him, he allowed his anger over something that happened during a football game, during hanging out with guys on the block, that that anger turned into a street fight that turned into him killing someone. Now, if he just had the skills to walk away, calm down, it ain't that deep, it ain't that big of a deal, he would have had a huge variance in how his life played out. Because in prison, I believe it to this day, there were issues that happened in that prison based on what he's told me and what my aunts and uncles told me changed him for the worse. And when things like that change you for the worse, it's better not to put yourself in that scenario, in that situations. So we got to walk in peace. We got to walk in nonviolence. And then when situations presents themselves where your life is at risk or the life of a loved one is at risk, then you have to make the decision fight or flight. But there's certain things that does not raise itself to those levels. So be mindful of those things. So let's recap: passion, preparation, patience, presence, and peace. When you have those things, even when things don't go right, if you have peace about it, you won't overreact. Even though you want something now, when you have patience, you allow yourself time to get where you want to go. When you make preparations, you got a plan, you're figuring stuff out, and guess what? That's the best way to order your steps. When you're current, when you're present, when you're attentive, it makes you aware of what's going on around you and how certain roadblocks may show up. And when you're passionate, you take that excitement, you take that enthusiasm, and you become determined to be successful. Look, I was determined. I was determined that I was getting out of that project. I was determined that I wasn't going to be like my dad. I was determined that I was going to be a better father than my father and my stepfather combined. I was determined that I was going to be a better husband. I was determined that as a father, I was going to raise my kids and be an example unto those kids. I determined that I was not going to let the cycle continue. And I'm not great. I'm not brilliant. I just was determined not to repeat the mistakes of those that I saw around me. And that's a point of choice. Going back to the metrics, we said you have to make a choice. Morpheus said to Neo, if you choose this pill, you stay the same. If you choose this path, this pill, it'll change your path forever. And I truly believe this, that the issue isn't always the circumstances around us. It isn't always our parents, our family, and our friends. It is, do we make the right choice?